You're listening to the You Don't Know Me Yet podcast network.
Hey, you are tuned in to Two Gems and a Mic with hosts Tanisha the Diva Mahomes and Linda L.D. Dorsey. Just know, if we talking about it, you need to hear about it. Unwind and enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome into a special episode of Two Gems and a Mic. I'm your girl LD along with my girl. What's going on, Diva?
Hey, what you doing?
Hey, chilling.
I'm back from the dead.
I'm glad you sound a whole lot better. I'm glad you're feeling
My
better.
goodness. I didn't think we were gonna be able to get the show done. I was sounding like I was gargling coal. It was awful.
Yeah.
I don't know
That
what's
thing is
going around.
Something.
There's something going around. Y'all run from it, please.
All right, we got two guests, two of our favorites, I should say, on here tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in here and bring them in. I'm gonna try to do better than I've been doing. We got Darren. What's going on, Mr. Smith?
Come on now, I know what time it is. It's playoff time.
And I got to hit him with the WNBA guru. I don't want to do it, but they got to get a man as Prowse.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. I mean, we give it to him. We'll give it to him. And we have another guest, as we always have for our show, our prediction show. We got Pat, a.k.a. Silky P, Mahomes Sr. That's a whole lot.
I'm just glad to be amongst you geniuses, again. But there was a little controversy through some phone calls that we've had, and I just want to let y'all know I will keeping the
tabulation.
Right,
I have it too because
I'll be there.
Yes, and you're right because I don't think it was written down and nobody bothered to go back and validate. But we gonna make sure that we got it right this time. I'm tallying it up. So the one thing I wanna start with before we get into our predictions, I just want to get y'all's take, and we go. This is the order we going in tonight. We going with Pat. We're going with the guests first. We're going Pat, Darren, Tanisha, and then me.
Okay.
What are your takes on the coaches that are out there right now, the coaching positions that are out there right now? And if you have someone who you would think is the best for that team that has that opening. You don't have to hit all of them. You could just hit a few.
Well, I mean, so many of them out there, like you said, right now. I don't really know how they fit. Coaching to me is kind of crazy because it seems like you get fired and then you get hired by another team. So I don't really know how that works. I mean, I'm one of those guys that think that maybe the new guys should get a chance, and if they put in their time and maybe have done some things and maybe they need to get their shot, but you got guys like Stefanski, who's been a coach of the year, twice, but hadn't really won a lot, since, and then you got, guys like Harbaugh, who's been winning the whole time, and then he doesn't win 1 year and he's gone. So I don't really know how that works. I mean, like to me, it's just whatever the owner wants to do, whatever he thinks the new positive move is. But out of all of it, to me, if you're going to get rid of a coach, I think you should already know who you're planning on hiring. So you'll have that person ready.
Good point.
The only pushback I would give to that is because of the Rooney Rule. I don't, I want to make sure that we get our fair shot, when it comes to the interview process, and hopefully, if it's a true process, you got some good candidates out there that should get hired. But to Pat's point, it baffles me because when you look at someone like Stefanski, who was two-time coach of the year, but both of those times he probably should have won it. I think Andy Reid should have won it in 2020. That was the COVID year where the team went 15-1 or 15-2 or something like, or 14-2, and then the second time he won it, it was really because of Jim Schwartz coaching up, coming in that year and coaching them up to a number one defense. I know they say he had the 5 quarterbacks, but that doesn't happen if that defense doesn't keep him in all the ball games. When you look at someone like Jim Harbaugh, he can get any job he wants, and so he'll probably name his own price, get $20 million a year, and that be that. But I question, now this is just me from 30,000 feet. When I sit back and I see he's a good man, he's a nice man, he's a nice guy, but when I see Matt Nagy, I guess, getting four head coaching interviews, I sit back and I think, were these owners watching the same games I've been watching, saying these last 3 years covering the team, because we had a guy that was the MVP, and statistically he has fallen off the last 3 years where he has not played his best football in my estimation and opinion. And for me, it's like I can't see, especially this year, the owner sitting there looking at this Chiefs offense and like, you know what, I need that guy coaching my team. And I don't see it. So it baffles me. I know it's still a good old boys network when it comes to a lot of these head coaching jobs and these owners and stuff like that. So, just have to
So with that being said, I mean, they get it wrong. I think a lot of these owners get it wrong more than they get it right.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So yeah, I do. I wouldn't be surprised. I know, Tanisha. I'm going to you next. Go ahead. What do you?
No. I'm listening to what he's saying, but it's some truth behind that. Sometimes you wonder how people fail upwards. There's a lot of coaches that don't do well, and then they end up getting jobs, and you wonder, well, why not this guy? Why not this guy? Why not? And I get you with the Rooney Rule, but my whole thing is, and I'll always say this: Rooney Rule's great and everything, but I want the best guy.
Yeah.
For my organization, whatever that is, whatever form it comes. If I'm missing out on deep, I want the best guy for the job. And whatever that is, whatever that looks like for your team, I'm okay if you're making that decision based off the best guy. To me, it's always upsetting when you just like, how? Who? Where he come from? Or it don't make sense. As long as it makes sense to me and it's the best guy for the job, I'm okay with whatever that formula looks like.
All right.
My only pushback, and I'll be quick, Linda, is that without the Rooney Rule, we don't have Mike Tomlin as the Pittsburgh Steelers coach, because he wouldn't have gotten that interview when he interviewed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was because of the Rooney Rule that he got that interview with them and blew him away. So I'm saying that's in place.
But how many years ago was that?
No,
at 19 seasons.
I get that, but I'm saying it's because of that. I mean, look, it's just like civil rights. I mean, if certain things weren't in place, we wouldn't have what we have today. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, look, owners have a way of going around stuff, and
and they're going to do that regardless. So an interview don't mean nothing, right?
And listen, and I'm not saying that the Rooney Rule doesn't have its place. What I'm saying is it does, because then you get to bring other people to the table that may have never been to the table. But I'm saying once they get to the table, I want them to be the best guy for the job. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying the Rooney Rule don't have a place. I absolutely appreciate the Rooney Rule, because, like you said, there have been coaches that never would have gotten a look had the Rooney Rule not been in place. But I'm saying just because it's in place don't mean that I need to pick somebody that's not worthy. And thank God for
they're just going to interview. He, like you said, he knocked it out the box. So he interviewed.
And look what he's done.
Right. Well, one guy that for me stands out. I thought that had he stayed in Miami, that's Brian Flores. I thought that he would have done okay in Miami. They wouldn't let him do what he wanted to do as the head coach. So I don't know if he's going to get an opportunity because of the waves that he's caused, but I think he's a good coach.
He never won the Tua, which I think
that was the rub. That was the rub there. But look, has Tua took him to the promised land?
No. I agree. I'm saying he didn't want Tua, and then the owner wanted him to tank, and he just wasn't with that.
He wasn't with that. So that's what I said, because of the waves and everything that's come beyond that. But we can talk about that on another show. Let's jump in. We're going to get to the predictions. I'm going to go in order of what the games and how they're going to come out. Pat, like I said, we're staying with the same order. I want to know your team, and I want to know your why. All right, you ain't got to give me the whole analysis of everything, but give me your team and your why. Rams versus the Panthers at the Panthers. Pat, who you got and why?
Rams, Matt Stafford, and Puka Nakua.
Damn. That's it.
Man
Say,
said, forget
drop the
Devontae
mic.
Adams. He
Okay.
just said, okay.
Well, shit. I mean, shoot, excuse me. It don't get much clearer. Go ahead,
It really don't.
Darren.
Okay, so technically Tanisha was supposed to be second, but look, I
I'll
will
go
keep
No,
get.
no,
it.
I was
Hold
going.
on.
Yeah, we the hostesses with the
Who's
mostesses. We
going
gonna
to
go
guess
last.
first?
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
you
fine.
go
Hey,
guess
hey,
first.
that's fine. I'm still gonna bring the second. Look, I'm gonna keep it the same thing. I think we initially agree. I got the Rams winning this game, but they can lose because they lost just a month or so ago to this team 31-28. So um I think if you're the Rams, you need to get off to a quick start because you don't want the crowd and the defense, playing a factor in this game. But just like Pat said, I like Puka Nakua. They get Devontae Adams back healthy, and of course, with the duo, Thunder and Lightning between Kyron Williams and the other running back, Corum. I like I
So
like the Rams
Darren,
in this
because
game.
you come back with the technicalities, you said they could win. Who you got winning the game?
I just got through saying the Rams are going to win.
Okay, you said the
Rams are minus 10 and a half points.
Rams
And look,
good,
hey, look,
Good.
I've already
right,
I've already got my parlay slip in.
I don't
So
right,
even know.
right.
I don't even want to know about no parlay. I'm telling
I know
you,
because you don't answer your
Rams,
phone.
Stafford, and Devontae Adams. Puka, I love Puka, but Devontae Adams will be the game changer.
That's gonna be
And
Puka
he's
The end.
crazy.
rested. He's rested. But Puka
The end.
Puka,
different.
hey,
Puka
Puka
different.
bad dude.
He's different.
I ain't never said Puka was not a bad dude. I
Yeah,
love Puka,
yeah,
We
but
never said you
Devontae
didn't.
Adams is gonna be on some fresh legs, out there shaking folks and doing unnecessary. That's who I see it.
So
Hey,
I,
let
hey,
me
it's the
hold on.
same
let
Hold
me
on.
thing. Rams is
Tanisha,
winning.
I
okay.
got
I
a
got the
question for you,
Rams
Wait a
Tanisha.
winning
minute.
it all.
Wait a minute. We
Tanisha,
So
all go ahead. Go ahead, Darren.
I got the
I,
Rams winning it all.
Tanisha, I got a question for you. How did Brett Veach overlook Puka Nakua when he was a fifth round
Oh,
draft pick?
look, we ain't going back to that. That's a whole nother conversation. Let me ask you this question though. So we're so confident in that. What makes you so confident? Is it the lack of talent on the Panthers, or is just you they're
Mm.
not ready?
They
Oh, I don't think
listen.
that at all.
They didn't even know if Bryce was their quarterback last year. It's a whole lot of stuff. They
Growing.
got a whole lot of growth. They got to grow.
Okay.
This about to be a mugging, in
Okay.
my
No, I
opinion.
ain't. I ain't
No,
going that
I no,
far.
I'm telling you, it's
Okay, we
about to
got
be
you
a
as a
whole
mugger.
mugging.
All right.
Okay.
Because think
Pat,
about
you got that
this.
written down, right?
I got an asterisk. Asterisk
Stafford's a
mean mugging.
dude. Come on now.
Okay.
He one of the best. He been here before. He didn't play with studs, and he got two studs on his team. He got great. This is not gonna be, and I don't want to throw it out there, but I just don't even feel like this game gonna be close.
Mm.
And I know you thinking like, and you know how much I like Bryce. I've been talking about Bryce the whole time. I thought they did him dirty, but I'm telling you right now, this about to be a learning lesson.
Okay.
Yeah, but Tanisha, they just lost to him 31-28.
I don't want to hear that.
Hold on, you ain't got to hear it. It's just fact.
The playoffs are
Play,
different.
playoffs. You talk. All right. I'm not
I
gonna go
mean,
messing. No,
I
I'm
mean,
messing
The
with
I
you.
playoffs
mean,
are
I'm
we
messing
all
Who
with
different.
go
you.
you
with the
going with,
Rams.
All
Hold
right.
LD?
on.
Huh?
We
Who
all go
you
with the Rams.
got?
I just
I'm
want you
going
to
with
give
the
me your
Rams.
thought.
No doubt. I'm going with the Rams.
All right.
All right.
Rams
Playoffs
Let's
are
across the
let me
different,
move
board.
on. Let me
animal.
move on. Packers at the Bears. They talking about snow tomorrow.
Huh?
Pat.
Our Green Bay and Chicago, right?
Yes.
So
In Chicago.
I don't think weather is gonna be a
Now,
factor for neither one of
Right.
those. I
Another
mean, this
one.
cold,
Thank
it's
you.
but yeah. So that doesn't phase me at all. I think you got two very strong arm quarterbacks that will be able to cut the wind, that'll be able to throw the ball. A lot of weapons on the field. I'm going with the Packers
Okay.
because I think when Jordan Love is right, and for
mm,
some reason I feel this year he's gonna be right, that he's gonna be a hard team. It's gonna be a hard team to beat. Now I know with the loss of Parsons, that's gonna change some things on the defense, but Chicago, as Darren will probably say, are going to run the ball, and I think the Packers are stronger against the run than they are against the pass. I think Caleb's done a great job all year. I think he's a playmaker. I think he can make some plays, but this is also his first time being in the playoffs. And I think all these things do matter. I mean, I know as a former professional athlete, you know, the regular season and the playoffs are two different animals. And some guys step up in the playoffs, and some guys fold in the playoffs under the
Yeah.
bright lights. And I just feel like Jordan Love's been there before. He's won a playoff game or two. Um, Caleb is going to be new. He's going to be excited. He could come out hot. I remember Patrick coming out hot his first playoff game and starting out, and then he settled down, you know, and got into it and started getting better after each and every one, you know, after getting a little bit more experience. But that first time, I mean, you're going to have, you know, 70, 80, 100,000 people in the stands, you know, and you're supposed to be that guy. You know, sometimes you tend to put a little too much pressure on yourself. So I'm going to go with the Packers in a very, very close game.
Okay. Gotcha. Darren.
I mean, Pat said a lot and said a lot of good stuff in there, and he said what I was going to say too about them running the football. I think if I put it like this. I think this is going to be the best game of the entire weekend.
I agree.
Overall, I mean, just based off what we saw 2 weeks ago, I think it was Sunday Night Football, and of course, we got to pay to watch this on Amazon Prime. But I think, I'm going with the Bears. I'm probably the only one that's doing it, but I'm going with the Bears. I like them at home. I think the crowd is going to be a factor, and based off of what we saw a couple weeks ago when they played, and of course, coming back, I do think it took a lot of energy and a lot of effort, but Jordan Love didn't play in that game. I think it was the other backup quarterback, Malik Willis, I believe, who played in the game.
Hmm.
So I don't. If it was Willis, the way he played, I might side with y'all. But Jordan Love and I think they got somebody else that's injured that's not playing in the game. I don't know if
It's
it's
gonna be
Watkins.
Malik. Malik is out. He's not coming in the backup. And then you talking about another player
Yeah, I'm
outside of
thinking.
him.
I'm
Okay.
thinking one of the skill. I think one of the wide receivers. But anyway, but all that being said, I think the loss of Parsons, yeah, and he's been out for a minute, but I think overall, I'm just gonna keep it simple. I like the Bears in this game. I think it's gonna be a close one. I think it's gonna come down to a field goal at the end. But I think Caleb has a decent game, but I think it's gonna be more along on the lines of Swift and Bonnigan that's gonna help them,
Okay.
get past the Packers.
Tanisha, what you say?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna be just like he said within a field goal, but I'm going with Green Bay because of some of the things that Pat just said. I don't know what it is. I think when you're an athlete and you done been there before, it's just a little bit different. That first time that you go and do something, I mean, it's rough. I've loved the way Caleb has played this year. He's had his team on his shoulder. He's made some amazing comebacks. But I'm also a fan. I'm also a realist, and I think sometimes you can run out of being lucky and coming back. And I feel like in the playoffs it's different. And you're gonna have to go out there. And I just feel like for some reason, Jordan, he gonna go out there and do what he need to do.
Okay.
And that's the difference in the game. And it's not that I think that Caleb not gonna participate and play well. I just think Jordan Love is gonna show up when he needs to show up this time. Um, I don't know why. That's just my hunch because watching the game, I've loved the way we've been talking about this. I've been loving the way Caleb has been playing. I just don't think they're gonna win this playoff game.
Well, okay. So the first game ended in a tie, correct? If I'm not mistaken, the first game between those two was that a tie?
I don't think this
Or
year.
Uh,
Not this year. I don't think.
not this
yeah,
year?
no,
No, I
no.
don't think it's a
Are they
tie.
I think.
tied?
Who
I
I
won the
don't
think
think.
first
the.
one?
I think the Packers and the Cowboys ended in a tie. I think that was the
They
only
did.
tie this year.
They did. Who won the
Mm,
first game?
I'm
I think
unaware.
Well,
Bears.
I'll find it. I'll find it. But the last game to me, it's kind of like going based on the last game is different because Love went out, but Love to me has a short memory. He could throw five
Thank you.
interceptions. He don't care. He gonna keep throwing the ball and do what he's got to do.
You're
The other
Patrick.
thing is Malik Willis had them in that game. They were in that game. The defense fell apart and special teams fell apart at the end of the game. They should have never got that on. recover the onside kick, the game is done. And the percentage of onside kicks is way down. So I'm gonna go in a close one, but I'm gonna go with the experience and everything, and I'm gonna go with the Packers. And I've got to go with the experience. I think the coach has done a fantastic job too. But this is all new. There's a lot of new stuff for a lot of new players. So I'm gonna go with the Packers on that.
But I do believe it's going to be a close game.
Oh, I agree 100%. I do need to look it up, and I will find who won that first one. Okay, so let's go. That clears up Saturday, Sunday, first game. Bills at Jags. Pat.
Wow, that's it. This this is the game, man, and I could very easily see the Jaguars winning this game, but Superman will be in the building,
That's
and
right.
I think if we get anything from the defense, if they get anything from the defense and Cook runs the ball just a little bit, I believe Josh will be able to put on that
Well,
cape and do it. And I would hate to think that this is his opportunity to at least get to the Super Bowl without having to see the big
oops.
three, the other big three guys, Mahomes, um, Burrow, or Lamar. And I think this may be his his best his best chance to get there, even though this will probably be the worst team that he's taken into the playoffs, if that makes any sense. But I'm gonna go the Bills. I'm gonna go the Bills win this game 38 to
Good God.
35.
Wow.
38
Okay.
Sheesh.
35.
38-35.
Okay.
Bills.
If
Sheesh.
nobody if
That's
nobody if nobody has a heat stroke.
I
Mm,
know. I need to.
okay.
mm.
I need
Okay.
to talk. Hey, I need to talk to somebody when we get offline and put a parlay up together. It's gonna be that many points. Oh, good lord. Um, I'm probably well. I know I'm opposite of Pat. I like Jacksonville in this game. I've been, and I know Pat has been as well. Jacksonville is a very uncomfortable city, place to play, and a place to be at. Like it is extremely muggy all times of the year, and it's very uncomfortable. Look, when I'm down there, I sweat out my suit 3 times before the game is even over with. So I can imagine how the players are going to be. And the thing is, it's been, it's been a couple of seasons, I think, since Jacksonville has been in the playoffs. So, Duval County and those fans, they're going to be rabid down there. They feel like, because of how they've been playing, 13-4. The last couple of years, they've been a bad team, and so I like Jacksonville. I mean, you can say Superman is in the building, but outside of he and James Cook, his kryptonite is going to be the rest of the team if they don't raise their level of play. So I like the defense. I like Josh Hines Allen getting a sack or two against Buffalo. The thing is, if you can stop James Cook, or at least limit the big plays from him, I think you can have your I think you can have your way with Josh Allen, because I think he's going to try to overdo it as it relates to try to be Superman to make things happen. So I like Jacksonville. I do think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be within 4 points. I'm not going to go as high as Pat, which though I would love that. But I'm gonna go 28-24 Jacksonville.
Okay.
So
Tanisha.
I'm not going to give any score predictions, but I'm going to say this. I don't know what it is about Josh Allen, but I feel like even though he does not have what he needs to me to overcome Jacksonville, I feel like he gonna figure out a way to do it. I don't know. I'm one of them people that believe players make plays, just like Pat say. When it come down to it, I've watched Josh Allen battle for many years with less than what he had, and I just feel like he's had all that experience in the pet in the last. Look how close he's come. A player to 7 seconds away. I just can't. I'm not going against that dude. I'm going with the Bills. Period. Because of
Okay.
Josh Allen.
Well,
Mark
me
it.
I got you. I'm not gonna give you a score either. But I'm going with Darren, and I'm going 3 points. And I'm gonna
Fair
tell
enough.
you, for me, I believe because they had some. Jacksonville to me had a couple of wins that they shouldn't have had. They beat the Chiefs. They beat a
Absolutely.
couple of other teams that they shouldn't have, and they were very aware of that. And they made corrections. So coming down the stretch, they played well and they've been consistent. The other part is there's always pressure. I'm not gonna say there's no pressure. There's always pressure on you if you're in the playoffs. But the
Mhm.
pressure based on Sean McDermott and Josh Allen that they have is way different than that coach and what Lawrence has. So I think that's going to give Jacksonville the edge and the fact that they're at home. So that's why I'm
So
going
you
with
basically
Jacksonville.
saying they got nothing to lose, they all out.
I ain't gonna say
You're
anybody.
throwing that.
I never want to say anybody. No, nobody has anything to lose because it's the playoffs. Yeah, you got stuff to lose. You wanna win, but they've got less on the line than the Bills. I mean, all you're hearing about if Josh Allen doesn't win a Super Bowl because there's no Pat Mahomes, there's no Lamar, there's no Joe Burrow in front of him. What is he? Is he a bust? No, I don't think he's a bust personally, but that's what's out there. So is Josh hearing that? Yeah, is he hearing it? Can he just look beyond that? I don't know.
So for
McDermott,
Bills, it's Super Bowl or bust for
right?
Josh.
And then the same thing with Sean McDermott. So do you get all crazy and start switching up stuff, or do you play your game? Because then it's like if we don't win this, then is he out of a job? His name has been floating around out there too. And Josh, sometimes what I've seen with him is he can go into a little bit of a panic, and I'm going to be Superman. And we call him Superman, but then, they may have that kryptonite for him. So we'll see. But I'm going to go, as much as it pains me to say this, I'm going to agree with Darren.
I mean,
Okay.
it's a good thing to be right. So no harm in that. And look, and I do want to follow up on what you were saying because, and I know Big Pat has talked about it briefly, is that there is said and unsaid pressure on Josh Allen because right now, if you look at it when he's in this conversation, top four quarterbacks, you have no excuse. I mean, every year it was either Lamar or going up again, going to Cincinnati or Cincinnati went there and you lost to them, and of course, I always run into the Chiefs that stop you from getting to the Super Bowl. Now, I mean, again, you look at the quarterbacks that you got to go through now. Drake May, Sunshine down here in Jacksonville this weekend. Some of these other quarterbacks, Herbert perhaps. So really, the caliber of quarterbacks who technically people will say are not on your level. If you lose to them, that's going to sting, and you're going to have a long off season where you're going to be questioning yourself, and it's going to be up to the media to hold them accountable like they do Lamar Jackson, because he can't get to the promised land. Well, the same energy has to be directed towards Allen
Well, his
because
coach is
played as
gone
well.
now, so they're going to fix that.
Well, and
Go
you're
ahead,
right,
Tanisha.
Darren. And Darren, you're right.
Man,
That's
I know that
true.
had to hurt.
Because you mentioned the big three. This is his best chance ever, in my opinion,
I,
getting there. And because of the and I want to say the other quarterbacks aren't great quarterbacks, but it's unusual that Lamar, Pat, and Joe Burrows are not there as as roadblocks. And you wouldn't put any other quarterback probably in front of Josh Allen, correct? Can we all agree on that?
but it's a team. So we're going to say Josh, but it's a team.
No, I'm saying as far as quarterback, as far as a quarterback, right? So I'm expecting him to raise his level because I'm pretty sure he see that this probably is his best chance to go through. I don't have to worry about uh a Lamar running breaking away. I don't have to worry about Patton 7-6. Like this is I think if you're looking at it from a fan's perspective, this is Josh's best opportunity to get to where he needs to be because he probably I would say is the best quarterback out of everybody that's playing. Well, can we agree on that? Can we all say
I
that
would
Josh is
go.
probably the number one quarterback? Who you
No,
got in front of Josh?
I would
Matthew
go Stafford, but
Stafford.
that's just me. But
Okay,
that's
well,
just
no,
me.
no. This year
Oh, you talking
play
AFC in the AFC?
You mean in the
Yes.
AFC?
in the yeah. Who you got
Okay.
in front of him? Nobody.
No,
So
not
they'll
at
meet
all.
up, but whatever. I really think this is his best opportunity. And I don't know how it's gonna work out for him, but they are gonna be hard on him if he come up short.
Yep, they are.
They're
All right.
gonna be on, they're gonna put that foot on that neck if he come up short. That's for sure.
All right, let's move on to 49ers versus the Eagles.
Ooh-wee.
Mm.
What say you, Pat?
Uh, woo. I'm
It's gonna be some good games this weekend. Jeez.
I say what I'm going to say is the same thing I said about the Chiefs last year. Is until somebody beats the champ, you're still the champ. And for some
Better
reason,
preach.
when it turns January and into February, Jalen Hurts turns into a different man. I don't know what it is. He takes a lot of heat during the year, and a lot of it is well deserved. But I've also seen him outplay Patrick 2 times in the Super Bowl. He won one and he lost one. So something happens to this guy when it comes this time. Like you said, my famous saying I've been saying forever, players make plays. And I just feel like that he will make enough plays with all the weapons that he has that he will be able to find a way to get it done. He always does. I mean, this guy's had it all. From being taken out of the national championship game when they put Tua in to having to
After halftime.
transfer to another school, to play, and then doing what he did there. I just have a good feeling about him. I like the 49ers. Their coach, he does a great job to me, but with all the injuries they got, especially they're missing all their linebackers. I mean, yeah,
Fred
some of the
Warner,
receivers,
Bosa. Yeah.
yeah, the receivers have stepped up, but they're still missing, a couple of those guys too. Kittle just came back. You know, um, I just think that the odds are kind of stacked against them a little bit, and I also think that AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, and of
Mm,
course Saquon back there with Jalen Hurts. I just think, and the defense is playing well. So I'm going to give the Eagles this game. I don't think this game will be very high scoring at all. I'm not going to give a score prediction, but I'm going to go with the Eagles. Like I said,
okay.
until you beat the champs, you still the champs to me.
Okay. Darren.
Well, I am with Pat as it relates to this game. I like the Eagles in this game. The 49ers, they had, the Florida 49ers blew a huge opportunity last week when, had they beaten Seattle while they were at home, they would be off this week and would be able to get players, some of the players that were nicked or whatever healthy, and they would never have to leave their home, saying out, outside to go to the stadium to be able to have a chance to play at home for the Super Bowl. I think this is going to be one and done for them. And like Pat said, when it comes to Jalen Hurts, he's a big time quarterback. I mean, he is a big time player and does not get the credit that he so rightly deserves. Whether he's top five or not, I don't know, but I know he's one of the most accomplished outside of Lamar and Patrick, and so. He has the utmost respect from me, and look, the Niners, outside of Christian McCaffrey, I mean, man, they're just banged up all over. And Kyle Shanahan, credit to him, he's able to put lipstick on the pig sometimes, but it just
Still a pig.
yeah, it's still a pig. And the thing is, they literally have to be healthy to even have a chance to win. I mean, they can play in the big game, but even in the big game, they somehow find a way to come up short. And I just think the same thing is going to happen. When they play on Sunday, I like the Eagles by at least a score, by at least a touchdown.
Okay. Tanisha.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles, but I'm gonna disagree with something my brother said. This, in my opinion. Uh, I don't like jumping and be taken up for my nephew that much, but he said I played him in 2 Super Bowls. I think you play with what you have. One was playing with construction men's and plumbers, And so it's hard. I play somebody when they got a better squad, and they walked away with that Super Bowl. So I'm not gonna say that Jalen is not the guy because everybody that knows me knows I love Jalen, but I don't know about we ain't gonna. I'll give him one out of the two. The other one, he was playing with scraps, so that's how I feel about it. But
We don't make excuses around here. You
I
know
do
that.
believe that Philly's winning this game. I
Okay.
love Jalen like that, and that's that. But don't be. Ain't no one out of two.
And for me, okay, and for me, it's not so much of what I love about Philly. I think what's missing from the 49ers, Fred Warner. I said it when he went down, and Bosa. Those are critical pieces. You put those
Yeah.
two healthy back in there, then I'm thinking maybe the 49ers, right? Because Fred Warner just does that gap has not been filled, and nobody can fill that gap. So, but I'm going with the Eagles. So just
We
keep it
all
short there.
agree.
We
Did
all
we
agree
just
on that
did
one.
everybody just agree for once?
Yep, we all agreed on
All
that
right,
No,
one.
we.
all
I
right.
don't know. No, we actually agreed
Eagles
on the
it
first
is.
game.
We all took Rams.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we did. We did.
Oh
Everybody.
yeah, okay, we all
Yep.
took okay, cool.
you got to stay out the weeds,
All right.
Tanisha.
So
You got to stay out the weeds,
You know
Chargers,
baby.
I'm here to protect the country.
Chargers and the Patriots.
I'm drug free, baby.
Chargers and the
uh,
Don't do that.
Patriots. Pat, who you got?
Chargers and
Chargers.
the Patriots. Huh?
Chargers. I'm going with the
Tell.
Chargers.
I need to hear why.
Justin Herbert is
Oh, hell no.
he's gonna have his year finally. He's finally gonna have his year in the game. He he's been making some strides. He's playing good. Running game's all right. Defense is okay. Um, I just have a feeling that he's going to get past this first round. You gotta win that first game eventually, and he's too good of a quarterback not to have won a game. Of course, the one they blew when he was way ahead of Jacksonville, and they let them come back and win. But I just feel like Harbaugh is a known winner. He was a winner there at San Francisco. He won at Michigan. Um, he has that mentality to have his team prepared. He's a great leader of men. As some of the coaches we have said, we don't see that quality, and I think Harbaugh has that quality, and I think he's gonna do what he needs to do to get the Chargers a win.
Well, you
Okay.
my brother.
And Darren, I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, keep it short, because you already look like you got about 15 minutes worth of stuff to talk about. We ain't got that much time.
Ah,
And
man, I ain't gonna.
Right.
all I was
I,
saying is, boy, that's my brother.
yeah.
If
So
he
go
done
ahead.
nailed that, go
I,
ahead.
Go ahead, Darren.
I couldn't disagree with the honorable Big Pat any more than this. So I got the Patriots winning this game. I will say that I don't see mm, defensively. I like New England. I mean just like the Chargers, the Patriots are a reflection of their head coach, and I just think that Drake May, he's playing at an MVP level. Of course, he might be the MVP. So I just think they have the better team overall. And look, for a couple of these teams, I think San Francisco's one of them. I think flying across the country is going to have an effect on them, and so yeah, I like the Patriots. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Tanisha.
I agree with Pat. I'm going with the Chargers, and I'm doing that because I just feel like Herbert is going to step up. I mean, he's been here before. He just never been able to get over the hump. I'm just feeling like some of these experience does matter. Drake May's been had an amazing season, but he hasn't been in the playoffs. The playoffs is different. If you listen to any former NFL player when they get a little insight, they always say when you get to the playoffs, it's a different game. I'm not sure that I can go against Herbert because I at least know that Herbert is going to go out there and do whatever he needs to do to win. And if he's healthy and his foot is not the turf toe or is nothing work, if he's a healthy Herbert, I'm going with him over any team at this point. He
I
done
got
created.
I got one question. So you're willing to give Herbert that grace of playing in the playoffs before and losing, but you're
Mhm.
not going to but you're not going to get that same grace to the quarterback who beat him, who's playing Josh Allen in the game on Sunday as well as in Sunshine down there
No,
to be good.
because I've watched Josh Allen play damn near perfect and come up short. Hell, if your best may not always be good enough. I watched this dude go out there and battle his ass off and not make one damn mistake and come up short in 7 seconds. Hell no, I'm not willing to give Sunshine over that because I know this dude been showing heart and been showing hell no. Hell no, I'm not willing to
I'm
do
with
that
you.
because I'm an
Hey,
athlete and
Darren.
I know damn well when you get down there to that dude don't flinch. He never flinches. He may lose, but you ain't gonna say it's 9 times out of 10. He might make one tiny mistake, but 90% of everything in that game, he did what he was supposed to do. So hell no, I'm not finna go with no damn
That
Trevor
had a
Lawrence.
mistake probably caused them to lose. Go ahead, Big Pat.
Well, whatever.
What you got,
But
Well,
Pat?
he put them
well,
in the game. They wouldn't be
to
there
answer
without him.
to answer Darren's question, Sunshine has won a playoff game, and he's
Exactly
played.
against Herbert.
Yeah, and he's played good and everything. But I just feel like just like Sunshine got his win, I just feel like this is the year Herbert's going to get his. I'm not going to say who's bad, and I said from the beginning that game to me is going to be a toss up, and I just the Jaguars Bills game is going to be a toss up, but I'm just saying because of Josh Allen, I just feel like that they're going to beat him. But Herbert versus Drake May, to me, um, you see same thing I said about Caleb. His
I didn't
first
realize that was
time
a Sunday
being
night
there.
game too.
First time being there, I just feel like it could be some problems.
Okay. All right, I got y'all.
I
Everybody,
said what I said.
the family over there, the brother and
I
the
said
sister
what I
going for the
said.
Chargers. Darren's going for Pats. I'm with Darren again on this one. I'm going with the Patriots. I like what
You are
Mike
smart.
Vrabel is doing as a coach, and I think they're going to be well prepared. This is a seasoned coach, and he's gotten that quarterback's mind right. So playoffs, yeah, I'm sure they're preaching, and you got I can't remember his first name. McDaniel. Is it Mike? No. The
Josh McDaniels.
is it Josh?
Yeah,
The
Yeah,
offensive
Josh
coach.
McDaniel.
I couldn't
Josh
think.
Josh
Yeah,
McDaniel.
McDaniels.
I don't know why I was saying who does Mike. That's the coach from
Well,
Miami.
Miami.
the Cats got fired yet. The
Yeah, I'm
coach got
all
Miami.
fired.
messed up. He's been there. He's been there too many times. So he's talking to this dude, So I think he's gotten ready. And I do agree with you on the fact that you got to get on the field and do it. Everybody's talking about it. You got to get there and do it. But I just seen some composure from this young man that I have not
Mhm.
seen in a while. So I'm gonna go with the Pats. Go
Quick
ahead,
I'm gonna tell you,
question.
Keisha.
Quick,
my
quick.
father loves Drake May. We talk about this all the time, but I'm just gonna revert back to Mike Tyson. Everybody got plans to get punched in the face. I feel like the playoffs is the punch in the face.
Yeah,
We'll see how well he handled that hit when he get to that. But that's what I'm going off. Everybody got a plan
right.
until you get punched in your face.
Okay.
And we're
I,
gonna see. I hope I like I said, everything that Drake May has shown. I'm not you're right. This is the MVP. To me, my MVP is Stratford, but he's played very, very well. But we'll see how well he hold up. The playoffs is a
I
different
agree
animal.
with you. I agree with you 100%. I just think this dude, what he's
Yeah,
shown me, they gotta bring something different to take him off of. Go ahead, Pat. I see you ain't gotta wave your
quick
hand.
go
question.
ahead, wave it
Quick
Go
up.
ahead.
question.
Uh-huh.
Quick question. I know Darren knows this answer, but so I'm not going to ask him. So I'm going to ask you, Miss LD.
Mm-hmm.
And you have about 10 seconds to answer this question.
Damn,
All
long
Okay?
right.
time.
Are you
Okay. I'm
ready?
gonna try. Oh, yeah.
Name me name me two wide receivers for the Patriots.
Oh man. And I know too. They just going out of my head right. Stephon Diggs is one. I mean, he's huge. And I
Okay.
cannot, I cannot think of another one off the top of my head. You caught me. But I know Henderson. I like the way he plays. It's just he's been throwing the ball to people, but he's throwing the ball to people that like we may not know. We know Diggs,
At
but
the end,
Diggs ain't the one that's been killing people. And then you got people on defense. That defense looks good to me. I like Gonzalez. I really like Gonzalez in the way that he plays. So give me another wide. Since I didn't get it right, I only got Diggs. Give me a wide receiver.
Go
Oh,
to the tight end. You go Hunter Henry.
no, I
boot,
just
No, give
said.
me
boot,
Hunter
No,
Henry,
no. He said
give
a
me another.
tight.
Butte,
Yeah,
He said
Butte,
I
wide
just said
receiver.
that. I said he got a tight end.
But
Then you
but
talk
give
Butte,
me
about
another
choosing
wide
Hunter
receiver.
Henry, but he
whose
asked
name?
for a wide receiver, Darren.
Butte.
Okay.
Yep.
And he's had a good season.
They got the little slot guy that's quick. I don't know his name.
I don't know a
Mhm.
lot of their players' names, to be honest with you, from New England, because I can't say that I've really paid attention, watched
My
their
A good
games.
question,
my
Pat.
my
That's
But that
my
was a
good.
great
point.
question.
No, no, but my
A
point
real good
being,
question.
is the best player on the Chargers defense is of course the safety. Correct? Everybody believe that?
Derwin
You talking
The
about
James. Yeah.
safety,
Derwin James?
Derwin
Well,
James,
well,
and
Okay.
well.
Derwin
I think
James
this
Jack,
player is still
and
Khalil Mack.
I was about to say Khalil
Yeah.
Mack. I would say
okay, well,
it's
the
still
the
super
All Pro,
effective.
the one
I
that's
just said super effective.
every time the Chiefs play him, the one that's supposed to be the most important factor is Derwin James,
Derwin
and Derwin
James.
James, and he holds the tight end. And to me, Hunter
Hunter,
Henry is May's
in
best
trouble.
weapon. That's who he throws to, and I think that Derwin James shuts that down. Stephon Diggs is going to do his thing like he always does, but I just feel like that's going to be a big factor.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
So that
good.
we
Pat,
split. We
Pat, that
split
was
there.
good.
We
That
split
was
on that
good,
one.
Pat.
Hey,
Yep.
nobody want to hear that's good, Pat.
That's hey,
From the peanut
I'm gonna give
gallery.
my
That's
brother
good,
props
Pat.
when he.
We'll
I'm gonna
No,
give
I
him
we'll
mean,
props
no,
watch.
that
when
was a
he
good
say
point because
We
drag
I
we
his
don't
ass,
all
but
know.
I'm gonna give him
I couldn't
props
think
when
we
of
he
it. I
all
drew
deserves
a
it.
blank. Nobody but Stephon Diggs, and I know they have more, and I've seen more in their defense. But I do. I like their defense. I like the coaching. It just seems like the composure. But I think it's gonna be a good game. I don't see no
I think
blowouts. I think it's gonna be a
I
good game.
think I think I even stumped the Swab. Swab didn't even know.
Right.
Darren, did you know who? Did you know?
Oh,
Did you
he
have
came up with he came up with
Hunter
Hunter
Henry?
Henry.
Yeah,
That's why I
and
said
I
he
couldn't
didn't.
get
He
him
did.
out of my
That's
head.
why I told him he
No.
said tight end. I said hell. I said
Well,
Hunter
okay,
Henry.
okay. Well,
You
but,
heard
but
me
hold on.
say
If you
that.
want to, I mean, I could have
I
said
picked
Mac
him.
Hollins, but I
Who?
mean,
Mac
Mac
Hollins, yeah,
Hollins.
Mac Hollins, yeah.
I mean, but I
One
mean,
year
but I'm
he
just
Barefoot,
with
saying,
Buffalo.
but I'm thinking,
the
I'm sorry.
barefoot beauty. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
but what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but I'm
He's
saying, but
different.
Let's
yeah,
go.
but like, but what they've been doing, I mean, they've been utilizing the tight ends more than the
And they're gonna have to
receivers.
go away
So
from
Yeah,
that. So if you
that's what
if
I
you
said. Derwin James is going to be to me is going to be a huge factor in this game.
but you
Mm-hmm.
don't think I think Josh McDaniel is gonna be prepared for that.
Yeah,
He ain't no head coach, but he's a good
I mean,
offensive coordinator.
they ain't 14-3 for a reason. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't by
They
luck.
played the easiest
I get it.
schedule.
I mean,
Yeah, I
when you
mean
Well,
you got
lose,
to play who
I'll
you
give you
play.
that. You playing the Jets
hey, the
twice and
Chargers
Miami
too.
twice.
The Chargers too. Now, I mean, the Chargers ain't playing no first place schedule.
But
Yeah, but they played the
yeah,
Broncos twice, they played the Chiefs twice, and they played
That's what we do.
several good teams. Yeah.
That's how they do. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. This our
All right,
last
let's
this
go.
this our last one. Houston versus Pittsburgh.
So I'm finally gonna get to make a pick that the Diva is not gonna copy. Cause she's trying. I see what she's trying to do. I got my paper down here, and I got all the picks down, and she's trying to
And
stay
she
the
trying to look
same
at
as
him.
me, trying to save as me. So I'm gonna make a pick that I know she's not gonna pick, just so I can say I won the week. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So
All
I'm going with that bad man. I'm going to take old Mike Tomlin to finally win a game, a playoff game after 6 or 7 years. I'm going with Aaron Rodgers. I think the boy's going to stir that magic up for one more game just so he can save his coach's job and have a chance to go back there and play again. So I'm going. I know the Texas defense is a bad shut your mouth. Believe me. I know it. I know it. But I'm going to
First hand.
say the IQ of Aaron Rodgers is going to be just enough to edge out the Texans, who don't score a lot of points, which we know the Steelers are not going
Yeah.
to score a lot of points. But I also feel like DK Metcalf is going to use his right hand for more than throwing a punch. He's going to catch some passes, being that he almost cost him the playoffs.
Oh,
And
weak.
so I'm going to go. And I'm going to give you a score. And Darren,
Okay.
put this on your parlay slip. The score is
Yeah,
going to
tell
be
me twice.
The Steelers 18,
Mm.
the Steelers 18, 6 field goals. and the
Oh, they
Texans
ain't even gonna
13.
score a touchdown.
You
Six
said
field.
13?
18 to 13.
I got it written down. Okay. All right.
Oh man, that's a
Come
good
on,
one.
Darren. Talk
And
to
I
me.
only gave that score because if the Diva picks the same team that I pick, we'll go by the score.
Okay.
Ah,
All right.
Don't worry about it.
um, I mean, Pat knows me. Look, Pat over there read me like a book. He already know. I'm going with that defense. That defense travel. And look, if it's a, I will say this. I don't know which CJ Stroud is going to show up. I don't know if it's going to be pre injury or post injury. You know, what I'm saying, to where he gets his wide receivers and stuff involved. The the thing that concerns me about Pittsburgh is that they don't have an explosive offense, and you know, and if Jalen Warren can't get to the outside, if he can't break into the open, I think that the Texans defense, they can frustrate and take DK Metcalf out of the ball game, and seeing how the Texans brutalize and beat up Josh Allen, and Josh Allen is a much better athlete than Aaron Rodgers. If they get to Aaron Rodgers in that game, I'm not sure. You know, look, I think he'll make it through the game, but he is going to get battered and bruised if that line cannot protect him. And so for that matter, I'm going with the Texans. I do think it's going to be a low scoring game. I think it's going to be one of those games that we saw, you know, Steelers Ravens type game. But I think it'll be like a 21-17 type of ball game
Okay.
with the Texans winning.
I'm not giving the score, but you are right. You have absolutely picked a team that I'm not going with. I am absolutely going with the Texans because I watched how they treated Josh Allen like a rag doll. And I know damn well Josh is running a lot faster than Aaron Rodgers will ever be able to get away from it. And my expectation is they get on him right out the gate. And he's so pissed off, he cussing everybody out on the sideline because he realized this might be his last game. I'm going with the Texans. So
Once
you are
again,
correct.
once again, I'm going to say it before Linda because I know who she's going to take too. But I'm going to say this before once again that y'all missed the most important point that I made when I made my prediction. I said the IQ of
I
Aaron
know I heard
Rodgers,
that.
which means yes, they're going to bring that heat, but he's going to get them into the right play. You remember
Okay.
Miles
Yep.
Garrett needing one sack to get the record? How many did he get that game? Zero. You know why? Because Aaron Rodgers got rid of the ball in 2 seconds.
And
That's
they
why.
and they almost didn't make the playoffs because of that too.
Yes, but they got rid of the ball. And so now they already know what's coming. So now instead of worrying about Miles Garrett breaking the sack record, they're gonna design an offense that he can get into that he's gonna be getting rid of the ball in 2 seconds with some plays instead of just
All
throwing the
I'm
ball
saying
away.
is I agree with you 100%. It's no if and buts about it. Aaron Rodgers has a great IQ, but we got to play 4 quarters.
I think, and I agree. His IQ is there, but I'm gonna tell you what. You got Miles Garrett, defensive player of the year, no doubt. Whatever. You got some studs over there on that Houston. So they
Yeah,
coming from everywhere. So you better
all
get rid
over.
of it quick. Yeah, quick and fast. I don't see them winning. I have the Texans winning 23-17.
All right.
All right, that wraps it up for the week. We're gonna have to come back next week
I
to
want
talk
it.
trash. And
You say
yes,
you won?
I
no, he said he
won.
won it. He won it. So we gonna come back. I got it
Oh, that's
all.
how you feel about it? That's what you're doing? He
I got
already
it.
hyped.
I got it all down. We
Mark
talk
my
about
stuff
it.
down because the only
And oh, it
difference is gonna
is.
be this
I got
win.
everybody. I got everybody.
So
I got the
look,
when you
Pat
called
and
out a
I been on the
score.
same things. He think he won. I know I just won.
No, when you
So we
called out
good
a
to go.
score, I got the score. You didn't call out a score in the Texas game, but
I
you
don't remember no
you ain't
court
call out a
score.
score on nothing. But
No, I ain't doing all
I
that.
think
Yeah, she ain't
I
got the courage of her
appreciate.
conviction.
No, I appreciate the
That ain't
input.
what
I
I'm
appreciate
saying.
the explanations. I think it was a good conversation as to why nobody was just throwing it out there. Why, Pat, you got me? I'm gonna go do some homework because you ain't stumping me next week.
So hold on. So I gotta hold on. Hey, hold on.
I'm
Now,
gonna I'm gonna have
I
all
do
the
have a
rosters
question.
on my other screen.
Hey, now, hey, I do have a question. So,
Yes.
do we want to make our pre Super Bowl picks right now? The
No.
matchups?
No.
No.
Oh
Listen,
No,
listen. No. I'm talking about
just in
the
case.
matchups. No. I'm talking about before the playoffs start. Now that we got teams that aren't in there, like
Yeah.
let's pick an AFC
Go ahead.
rep and an
Go ahead. Let's
NFC
see.
rep and see
Go ahead.
who comes out on top.
Give me
So
yours, Pat.
I'm going with the Bills versus
Really?
the Eagles.
Bills, Eagles.
Bills, Eagles. Okay. Darren.
Bills, Eagles, Mike.
Mike
okay,
Rock.
well,
I got you.
Pat has never been
Darren.
more wrong, but that's okay.
Darren.
I've got the Broncos, and I've got I got the Broncos and the Rams. And,
Okay.
and the reason why I'm looking at the Broncos is because that mile high is one thing, but their defense is god, that I don't again for a team that really ain't got no wide receivers in Buffalo, you go there, you're gonna have to face Riley Moss and Pat Surtain. I don't know how you get anything across. And look, and that defense is just as horrid as as the Texans. And so, look, I would actually go with the Seahawks because they got the home field advantage. But I do like the Rams. I like the Rams in that offense. So,
Tanisha.
Yes, Seahawks has been plaguing me, but I'm going Bills, Rams. I'm with Darren.
You going what?
You going what?
I'm going with Darren.
Broncos,
Darren said.
Broncos.
Broncos, Rams.
Okay.
I
And
just
like you
hurt
ain't
your
want to
eyes.
say it.
Broncos, Rams. As much as I love the Bills, I don't know. Broncos, Rams. I don't know. Something about.
I mean, it's hard. Next week will be we probably change.
Something
we don't have to
about
change what we say next week.
something about
Who gonna change?
quarterback that don't even know if something about a quarterback.
Somebody ain't gonna be there.
Who?
Something about a quarterback.
No, the Rams. What we got? The Rams. Bills ain't gonna be there. That's who ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, because I got the Bills losing, so I definitely can't have them there.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I got the same as Darren. I got the Damn. I'm sorry. I looked up at this football game. I got the Broncos and the Rams.
Oh
I'm
my
looking at
God.
this whooping that Indiana is putting on Oregon. It's disgusting.
Oh
Hold
my
on, Linda.
God.
Hey, Linda, I want you to understand something. You can never go wrong when you say that you agree with Darren. I just want you to understand that.
No, you just went first. I mean, you did. I am.
It hurt me to
And
go.
I'm on the fence. I'm truly on the fence
I give my
because I'm
reason why.
leaning towards. And they play that following week. That's why
It hurt me to
could
go
be
against
different
the Bills
because I could be going with Seattle. I don't want to count them out, but that's
confident about the
week.
Rams.
Yeah,
I'm confident about the Rams. It's the other teams that's up, but the
Who-
Rams
who-
are looking.
Sam
Who's
Darnold
going?
worries me when it comes with the Rams. I mean, when it comes to the Seahawks. That's if it was probably any other quarterback, I would probably lean that because the home field,
I love
the
Darnold,
12th
so
man and
I'm
stuff.
going
But
with
Sam
the Rams.
Darnold,
Puka and Devontae, come on now,
okay,
it's too much.
all right. Y'all got any closing words? Because we're getting ready to close it out.
Nah, just be kind, be blessed, and
That's it.
keep your hands to yourself.
Right.
All right, Pat. I see you pumping it up. We'll see.
Yep. And until next time, everybody, please be kind, be blessed, and let's enjoy ourselves tomorrow. I think we're gonna have a blast. All right.
And y'all have a good New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Go into 2026. Nothing but love.
All right. Peace, everybody. We see you next week. Thank you for tuning in to Two Gems and a Mic. Be sure to subscribe and follow. Until next time, remember, be kind, be blessed. Peace.